Hi everyone, welcome to HaulerTime. My name is Amy and today I have got some Happy Mail and a Temu haul, so stay tuned. Alright, so before we get into the Temu haul, I have a couple of, well, three things that I want to do. First off, I did the drawings for my free gifts from my one-day saving video, and I've heard from 3 of the 5 so far, I believe. So be sure to check out my community page to see if you are one of the winners. And I'm hoping to get to this is Tuesday night, I'm hoping to get to the post office by Friday to get those sent out. So that's one. 2, I want to highlight a sister station, a sister channel, Starlight. I think she's new. She does the same kind of stuff that we do here. She's funny, she's sweet, and you should go check out her channel. I will link to it below. But I think her channel name is Starlight, but her actual like YouTube at whatever is Starlight Starbright 70. But again, I'll link her down below, but check her out. She's, I hope I don't get this wrong, but I think she's in New Mexico maybe. But she's got some great videos out there, so go be sure to check her out. And then lastly, before the Temu haul, I got some Happy Mail. I'm so excited. Now I have looked at this because I could not wait, but Miss Kathleen, thank you so much for sending me this package. She's apparently got some really neat things, and her family likes antiques but didn't really like, or maybe wasn't interested in these ones, and she saw on one of my videos that I like this kind of thing, and so she asked if I would mind if she sent them to me, and if I willingly and happily accepted, and it arrived and it was beyond what I could imagine, so I want to share that with you. So, nice little package, and it's got several different things in here, but this is well, actually these probably qualify as antiques because some of them are more than 100 years old at this point. But anyway, I will go into this stuff in a little bit more depth in my next Narrowgate 88 Creates video. That's a mouthful. That was not a... Why don't I think when I do things? But anyway, but I want to show you a couple of, a little bit of it here. So, first, she sent me some calling cards. So these are kind of turn of the century era. And the idea is that when someone back then, when you would go to visit a friend or an acquaintance, if for some reason they weren't home or couldn't accept you to meet with you, you would leave your calling card. And they started out like in the 1880s maybe, where it was kind of just like a signature card where it had your signature on it printed. I mean, they were printed cards, so this is your upper class people, right? But they were pretty plain when they first started out. But then as we're getting closer to the turn of the century, they started, and printing got better, they started adding embellishments to them. So this is an example one where it's got the card and then it's got the pretty picture, and then underneath it's got the person's name. So not the pen part, but it's got, over here. And the idea was that if you left, you would leave there was usually a tray probably by the front door, and you would leave your calling card, and the person's butler or whatever would deliver all the plate of calling cards to the head of the household or the lady of the house when they came home from wherever they were, or whatever. And the higher you were in society, the higher your card was in the stack, so that as new people were coming to leave their card, they could see how popular you were, in essence, because of whose calling cards. Now, one thing I think is interesting is that they put the pictures over the name instead of putting them on the back. Now, this was affixed to probably an album at one point, which is why you've got this. But I only found one where the name was on the back, which makes sense to me, so that you didn't have to flip up to see whose it was. But I'll just show you a few different kinds of the ones that were in here. So this one is super cute because it's got an envelope, and then you pull out the person's name. Isn't that great? And then the back of it was just, but yeah, so there were like two packages, well, two baggies full of these calling cards, and I'll show you another one just to, so we get 3. Oh, well, here's an example of probably an older one that just has the name on the outside. But yeah, they're so pretty and, so intricate around the edges. And I think, like, when I look at this one, for example, I came across a bundle of stuff that I still need to kind of haul on here from a... Okay, I'm back. I have been having technical difficulties once again. My computer ran out of space, and after I deleted a bunch of stuff, well, pretty much all the last videos I did, it's been lagging, but it appears to be okay now, maybe after the 7th time restarting. So let's get back to this. So as I was saying, I was in an antique store and I found this package of, it was like somebody created this package of goodies just for people who do junk journaling. And so there were book pages, and there were all kinds of vintage ephemera, whatever. And there were some pieces kind of like this, but they didn't have the card, so I didn't know what they were, but maybe they were off of these kind of calling cards. So anyway, thank you again to Miss Kathleen for these. So there's a couple packages of those, like I said, and now I've got to... I can't win, you guys. I can't win. But I'm afraid to stop it at this point, because who knows if it'll ever come back and start working again. But also with the this cough. Also with the calling cards, she sent the kind of wallet kind of thing that you would carry the calling cards in back then. I mean, is this not fantastic? It's got a mirror, and you can see it was well loved. So what does this say? RR tickets, railroad tickets. You put your little tickets in here, and then your cards went in here. And it was kind of a, like sort of an accordion style, but I guess the accordion maybe is more on the back here. And then there were a couple more cards in these. So this one here on the back, it's got a mark that says 1875, but this is kind of the older style calling cards, and these curves. And then this one was from 1876. So, I'm so excited. All right, so there was that. And then that's not all. That's not all that's in here. So she also sent some information on the stuff that she sent so that I would be able to read up on it, which was super sweet. And then, be careful, we've got coughing. Oh, well, that doesn't belong in there. It's a permission slip. I must have been working on those at the same time. All right, look at this, you guys. An old magazine from 1865. Is that not insane? I love finding these old magazines, and whenever I find them, I pick them up if I can. Now, this was Peterson's Ladies National Magazine, which I think at least one of these, it may be the next one. Okay, so this magazine ran from 1855 to 1892. Well, that's during that time frame it was called Peterson's Magazine. And in the 1870s, the circulation was 150,000, which seems like a lot for back then, right? Because that's, you know, people spending their hard-earned money on that. But overall, the magazine ran from 1842 to 1898. And I'm going to show you a couple pictures, or a couple of the pages. But she knew I really liked old magazine ads and pictures and stuff, so the cover is great, and it's so old that I can scan it and work on some digitals. But the inside, and it's, you know, it's very, very delicate, right? The inside is really neat. And then just want to show a couple of these plates that are in here because they're beautiful. I mean, look at that. And then this, you know, tissue paper to separate it. And I'll do probably a whole flip through on my other channel. But I just, oh, I love it. And it's got music, kind of your all, I mean, just all kinds of stuff. It's got short stories. And yeah, the pictures are just great. Okay, I think that's all I'll show from this one. And then, now I do have one of these, but it didn't have a cover. And I don't even know if I've shown that on here, but it's a Delineator magazine, you guys. These, oh, I love these, and it's got the cover, and this one has a bunch of cool images. Now this was Christmas from 1896, so you're getting to turn of the century, right? But this was a kind of like McCall's that would show patterns of the day, sewing patterns of the day, only this one I think is Butterick. Let me make sure I've got that right. Butterick patterns. Yes, Butterick, the Butterick patterns. And this magazine looks like it started in 1869 and it ceased publication in 1937. So anyway, this is the Christmas one, and these usually have lots of ads and fashion pictures. So let me show you a couple because they're gorgeous. Well, I want to show one of, they've got, okay, so look at that. It's so pretty. Show one more of those. Let me find one that's got there's a couple in here that have like multicolors, if I can find it. Oh yeah. Look at those hats. So yeah, so, and this was millinery, which was kind of the female fashion side, and then haberdashery was kind of the male fashion side. But haberdashery can also mean just like sewing notions too. I think over in the Netherlands and Dutch country, that's how they use haberdashery. But there's pages of, you know, the different sewing patterns that you could get, and in the back they're chock full of a ton of different advertisements. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun scanning those and working with those. And then last, and I'm not sure exactly what this one is. I don't think there was a sheet for this, like an explanation, but here's what it looks like. And it's a card. Now it's, you know, it's had some life to it, so it's torn in a couple places, but it's a beautiful image, just like on the calling cards, only huge, obviously. And it says the Sunday School Centenary demonstration held in Peel Park, Bradford, July 17th, 1880. So I didn't look this up yet, but it's so pretty. And I hope, we'll have to see how well it scans. It's kind of embossed. You can kind of see over here. So I don't know how well it'll scan, but I'm definitely going to try. So anyway, Miss Kathleen, thank you so much for thinking of me. And I'll say this tongue-in-cheek, but if anybody else has some old magazines that you don't want anymore and you don't want to just send them to the Goodwill, they will find a loving home here. All right, so that was super exciting. All right, so now on to the Temu haul. So a lot of the items that are in this haul were purchased by my 6th grade daughter. She had some allowance money and wanted to get some Temu stuff. So I'm just sitting here going to the order, getting it pulled up. So a lot of these items will be hers, and she has been on me and on me to do this video so she could have them. So I'm finally acquiescing. All right, where is it? Okay, I think it's this one. And I will share the link to this order down below if Temu lets me. But let's get started. Okay, so it came in, I think, 3 different bags, but of course this one was a tiny one. Oh, that's my bracelet. I'm like, I hear something, but that's my bracelet. All right, first we've got acne patches. So I've bought acne patches on Temu before, but not this brand. But basically you just peel these off, you slap them on a zit, and they're kind of medicated, and they're supposed to help dry it out, heal it up quicker. So this package came with, I think, 108 of these, and I've tried the other kind that I bought for one of my other daughters, and they work okay. They're matte, so you can't really see them. It's not like back when I was a kid and you had the tiny little round band-aids that were brown that showed up, and I mean, so then you were too embarrassed to like wear those or whatever. But that's what those are for. And I don't know. Please tell me that when menopause finally does hit, that my skin issues will go away. I need there to be some positive for menopause coming, right? Something good. I mean, aside from the obvious, but something that will kind of offset whatever hot flashes are coming my way, or future even additional hair loss, whatever. There needs to be something positive, and I feel like as a 48-year-old woman, I should not still be having breakouts on the regular. Like on the occasion I can understand, but not on the regular. Okay, so, it was 180 acne patches. Oh, that's weird. It says 180 pieces, but then 108 capsules. Oh, because you can get different. There's 3 different numbers of them that you can get. And they are mild and non-irritating. Now, I don't know what it's made out of, so it's possible, I don't know, it doesn't say anything about latex, but use at your own risk, right? But I paid, or she paid, 89 cents, and they're now 98 cents. Next, we've seen these on here, only the bigger size, but this is one of those writing tablets. Just in the mini size. And, okay, well, it comes with, it's battery operated, and, well, since I'm giving her this after this, I'm pulling it out. Okay, so when you click this trash can, whatever you've written on here erases, and it comes with a pen that just pulls out. So you can write, although it's not very dark. So, and some of them are kind of rainbow, but this one appears to just be white or whatever. But you can write whatever you want, and then when you're done liking it, you just click this and it disappears. And this one does not, I don't see anything on here to lock it. The bigger ones usually have a slide on the back so that you can lock it in case you draw something on it you don't want to accidentally erase, and you can click that, but I do not see one of those on this one. And I think this came in a couple different colors, and there's lots of people that sell these, and like I said, I've gotten the bigger ones that are kind of more tablet size. But they could be useful. I don't know what she wants it for aside from taking notes, but they can be good for taking notes in a class or whatever. But again, this one's kind of too small to take notes in school, so this is a 4.5-inch one, and it comes in pink. You can get a 12-inch one, which is probably the kinds that I got. Oh, and the small one also comes in black, but that's sold out. Do you hear that in my voice? Like, cough already. I'm gonna have to hydrate again in a second. It does come with a user manual, and we paid $1.79, and it's now $1.69. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what she's gonna use this for. She does have a phone. My kids are allowed to get phones when they get to 5th grade. So yeah, so I don't know what she'll use this for. Let me get some water to get this frog out of my throat. This frog has been hanging on since the fall. And I'm just gonna blame St. Louis weather, because like yesterday it was in the like high 30s. Today it was in the low 70s. Tomorrow it's supposed to be back down. We just cannot get anywhere. All right, so next we have some hair wax stick. Now I got 2 of these, one for her, one for me. I did already give her that one since I had 2, and I knew I'd be able to haul this one. But this is great for flyaways. Now we're not gonna look at my hair and the fact that all of my hair is flyaways at the moment, but if I were doing a ponytail, and you know how you always get the short hair at the back of the ponytail, then you can use this to kind of get it in place. And I would use the whole thing in one sitting for my hair the way it is right now. There's just something about gray and white hair that just has a mind of its own, I guess. But it comes in a stick. And what does that say? Ochio? Is that supposed to be like a knockoff of L'Oreal? I don't know. Well, there's the thing I dropped on the floor for this episode, the little cap for this. So it has a screw top lid, and then it adjusts from the bottom, and I don't know. Okay, well, it's definitely, it's hard to see though, right? Because I'm doing it on hair that I don't want to do it on the top, so that's why I'm trying to do it over here. So I don't think you can really tell. Well, maybe a little bit. Just kind of is slicking it down. Ugh, don't get that close to the camera. But anyway, it has a nice scent, kind of floral and powdery. I don't know what this is made out of. Let's see if it says, where's the lid thing? It comes with a plastic protector for it. I'm not going to use that. So it's a 1-piece styling hair wax stick for broken hair, which I've got a ton of, and for hair styling. So you can see here she's got all those flyaways at the bottom or at the top, and then she's got them all in place with that, with the magic stick. And we paid 63 cents, but now it's $2.24. That's kind of a huge price hike for an item like that. So you might shop around to see if there's somebody's got a better deal than 2 something. I don't know that it's worth 2 something, but maybe it is if it keeps all your hair where you want it to be. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that next time I do my Irresistible Me ponytail, right? I can use that to, because, well, I've got all this, I keep pointing this out, all this broken hair that's just so kind of too short for a ponytail, so I need the stick. All right, what do we have next? Okay. Next, we've got a doily. I keep trying back in the 70s and 80s when they had those plastic lace tablecloths. I cannot find those anywhere in any antique stores. Oh, this smells. Okay, well, this is really strong. It's not a bad smell, but it's just a textile smell, I guess. But anyway, I did find one in one antique store, but they were using it as a shelf liner, and it was cut in half, and I almost went and said, can I please buy this piece of junk that you're just using as a shelf liner, but I didn't. But anyway, so I've been looking for something comparable to that, and this is, it feels like it's nylon probably, or you know, something like that, but it's sturdier than a cotton doily would be. But I want to use it for tea dyeing paper and getting pretty designs. So that's why I was trying to look for the plastic ones, because, well, I don't know, just because a YouTube video I watched showed it that way. But anyway, if you just are looking in the market for doilies, Temu has great doilies, all different shapes and sizes. Most of them are white. If they had a tan or ivory colored one, I would have gotten that, but by the time this is in the tea, it's going to be that color anyway. So anyway, there's that. And I paid $3.48. They're calling it a PET, so is that plastic? I don't know. I feel like that's plastic, so maybe it's, I don't know. Can you tell if I hold it up this close? I can't tell. But anyway, it says it's a PET lace placemat. And I paid $3.48, and it's now $3.38. And there's there's a few different designs. But yeah, I remember, you know, not that long ago with my mom's generation, I mean, she would have put doilies on things, and I remember my grandma, I got some of her doilies when she was done having doilies and stuff, and they were handmade, of course, by one of my ancestors, so those were special, and I'm not going to use those for tea dyeing anything, but yeah, doilies, are doilies even a thing still? I don't know. I guess if you have nice things and you have places to show them off, then maybe. All right, this next items I got as my first free gift for my Temu Circle subscription for this month. So I picked these out, and with the Temu Circle gifts, they're like $1 or $2. But I picked these charms out, butterfly charms. They came, you could either get silver or gold, or silver and gold, so I got the silver and gold, but they're just pretty. They've got, you know, different colored beads on the body, and then it's got your loop up here or down here at the bottom. So I thought these would make cute dangles. They're not all the same. Some of them, you know, they have different, they're not all the same, right? Oh, maybe they are the same. Well, I don't know. Might be a little different. So there's 10 in each bag, and I'll get out one of the gold ones here for you to see. But I like looking for stuff like that, because I will preach it again, Temu is an awesome, awesome place for crafts. All kinds of crafts. So if you're not into the same kind of crafts I am, they've got you covered. So there's the gold one. So again, these were free to me because I paid $3.99 for my Temu Circle subscription, but let me see if I can see what it would cost. Okay, so to get the 2-pack, the gold and the silver, it would be $3.40. But if you just wanted gold or silver, $1.79. And once again, you get 10 of each. All right, next, these are for my daughter. So some do-it-yourself nails. And I will say, she's looked at it, she's not taken it out, but she was kind of disappointed with the bedazzling. I don't even know what is it called when they're decorated, but I don't want to take these out, but they, and I don't think I can, like, there's a butterfly here on this one. It's going to catch on things. So, because it's not flat. I think maybe she thought maybe they were stickers, but these were actual jewels and whatnot. But aside from that, she likes this style. She likes the French manicure style. And this one, if you look, it's going to need some, it's not smooth here on the top. It's going to require some buffing and shaping a little bit maybe, but it does come with its own nail file. I mean, everybody hauls this kind of stuff, so it's not like this is new to anybody, but just pointing out some of those kind of defects that I see. Oh, and this was probably only $1 or $2, but let's just see. I've gotten 5 price adjustments on that item. 24-piece French tip press-on nails with 3D butterfly rhinestones. And, ew. Now see, I would not, those blue ones, ugh, I don't like that. But they are 53 cents right now. So if you like that, go grab it. But yeah, I don't know, with the butterfly, that's gonna catch on stuff. And then she got these hideous looking nails. My apologies if you think these are awesome, but I think these are horrible looking. For one thing, I don't like cone shaped nails. I'm more of a square nail kind of person, and if I'm gonna do this probably isn't called French tip because of this, but it goes all the way down the side. Oh. So I kind of made some barfing noises when she was looking at this, because they make fun of me for stuff all the time, so I gotta give them some back, right? But yeah, so these are also bejeweled with pearls, but I don't know, they're kind of like cat claws, which is just ugh. But beautiful. So those are, she's got multiple kinds like this. I think these are the glossy pinkish almond fake nails for $1.61. They're now, yeah, they're now $1.25. All right, then she got one of these wrist and headband sets for when you're washing your face. She stole mine, okay? I had the bracelets and the headband, only it wasn't one of these kind of headbands, it was an actual headband. She stole mine, and I don't know, it's like she used them to actually clean off her face, because they got kind of gross. But anyway, and then the seam ripped out. So I told her, you're not using my, because I got a replacement. I'm like, you are not using mine. So she got her own, and she tends to like neutral colors, but they have, I was getting ready to say pretty colors, that's not fair. They have pink and purple and blue, I think, of that kind of stuff. But you get the ones on your wrist, and you put them on your wrist so that when your hands are wet, it doesn't roll all the way down your arm. And then this one came with this kind of a headband, which I have to say, this is better than the regular headband, because that one snapped. So I perhaps may steal this. It's very soft, so you shouldn't get a headache if you've got a big head like I do, in keeping your hair out of your face while you're washing it. And it's really super, super soft. But yeah, so, but I will say these seem kind of on the smaller side. They're smaller than mine. So I don't know that it gives measurements, wrist measurements on these, but we'll see here in just a second. But I will say I do really like having the wrist ones, because I was always, because I, you know, would wash my face and it was always running down my arm and then onto whatever shirt I was wearing, which was super annoying. All right, so this 3-piece set, coffee colored, was 97 cents, and it's now 80 cents. And they've got pink, gray, white, black, blue, purple, coffee, and peach, it looks like. So, see the nice little model doing her face mask. Next, okay, the last pair of nails. Now this, okay, this has got to be super cheap, right? It's not even in a box. So, but it's got, these are a little bit better. I don't like the shape, but they've got white swirls on them. And still you get your emery board. And we have been trying and trying to find the bottle of glue that Hey Everybody finds at the Dollar Tree, but I think she's come up here to St. Louis and bought them all. I don't know. I can't find them anywhere. And so my daughter came home with one of those, a different bottle from there, but it's the kind that doesn't have the brush. And I'm like, I'm not using that, because I've got some nails of my own in here that I want to have a good stick, but they do come with stickers if you buy that kind. But those were 89 cents and they're now 98 cents. And these are a little bit better than the other ones. So yeah, so I'm being told dinner is ready. So, and it's 8:20. No judgments. So I'm gonna, am I gonna take a break? I don't want to take a break. I want to get this done, because if I take a break, I'll never get back down here. So we'll see if I can stop yapping so much and just get through these. All right, next we have a phone case. She has an iPhone 12. So it's just a pretty basic, and it's got this on here, which clips, this clips onto, so that you, oh, and it's got a cute little, so this is not the kind of thing you're going to be putting in your pocket after you put it on, but it's cute. This is another item that's great to get on Temu, our phone cases, and they have all different kinds. So whatever kind of phone you have, they have a case for it. Oh, well, I put it on backwards, well, of course. So anyway, so that is cute, and it's kind of a matte plastic for the beads. And I don't know, we'll have to see how long these beads last. But their cases, I've used their cases before. I have a really cool camera one. And I don't know, they make phones pretty resilient anymore, so that it's getting harder and harder to crack them. But this White Wave Flower silicone, oh okay, so not plastic but silicone phone case for $348, and it's now $314. It only comes in that color, but they have 20 different models, phone models to choose from. So next I got some die cutting, or some dies, and I accidentally ordered 2 of these. So on my giveaway that I'm doing on Narrowgate 88 Creates, the extra is going to go in the box, the giveaway box for that month whenever I get it finished. So anyway, someone asked me before, what is this? What do you do with it? Well, there's 3 pieces here. You would separate them at the little spots so that you have 3 separate pieces, and then you have to have a actual die cutting machine. I have a pretty old Cuttlebug that I got at a Goodwill, and basically there's a lot nicer ones out there, but basically there's plates that go in through this, and you roll this through. Well, on those plates you put your paper down, and then you lay this down on top of it, and it cuts out the paper into this shape. So it's kind of like a manual Cricut machine. So yeah, so Temu has a ton of these things for all different shapes. So that's what this is for. And like I said, I accidentally ordered 2. I'm pretty sure it was not one of those, I don't think they're doing that you must buy 2 thing anymore. I haven't seen that for forever now. They probably got a bunch of complaints. But anyway, yeah, I bought 2. They were $2.22. They're now $1.99, but I got them to cut out cardstock and then use as bobbins for my lace. So, all right, then we got one of these. If you've never seen one of these, you put this over kind of the top of your hair, and then you wrap sections of hair around, all the way around this, and then you secure it at the bottom with these, although I will say you need to probably have a real hair tie, not a satiny hair tie, because the satin hair tie is not gonna hold it on here. It's gonna slip and slide. But you get your hair wrapped around it, and then you sleep in it, and then when you take it off the next morning, you've got curls. So she's got super long hair, probably down to her butt, so she's gonna give this a try. And it's probably good for your hair to be maybe just slightly damp when you are doing this, so that it's easier to get it around here, but then it would still dry overnight. You definitely don't want super wet hair, but I think, I'm not sure how well it would work with super dry hair either. So it probably there's probably instructions all over the place for the best way to use that. And it was $1.18, and it's now $1.16. But sure, if you use it, you will have hair like her. Maybe I should use it then, right? Oh. I don't know. I've just been super self-conscious about it lately, my hair. And I don't know if it's because I can see more of the top of my head than I used to be able to, and I just having a hard time dealing with that. All right, I got some more cotton fabric, the gray kind, which I honestly am not sure why I got gray, 100% cotton, and 50 by 50 centimeters, which they call it a fat quarter on a lot of the people that sell it call it a fat quarter, but it's not the same dimensions as a fat quarter. But I will probably run these through some tea because I don't know, I just wasn't a big fan. Like I said, I don't really know why I got gray. But so it's twice this big. And you get multiple sheets that are all different patterns. I'm trying to find the center here. So we've got this. That one's not too bad. But I got these to be covers, like for cereal box, if you use a cereal box for your junk journal. But, I mean, it seems like it would be big enough for that. They do, you have to watch though, because they sell these exact same patterns in 2 different sizes. One is, I think, 9 by 7, which would not be big enough. But this one is big enough. So just be careful if you decide you want to order that. And sometimes it's in the same listing. But it's nice. It's if you're a quilter or you do other things with fabric, it's nice fabric. So no complaints there. I'm just probably not a big fan of that particular color. But like I said, I can run it through some tea or some coffee. Okay, so they call them fat quarters. You get 8 pieces. I got the 19.69 inch by, well, square. I paid $8.99 and they're now $9.98. And there's lots of different color options, but not in the same listings. Usually you have to find different listings. They also sell those exact same sets in strips and tiny little squares. All right, next I got another one of these. I really like, I use it for all kinds of stuff. My Dollar Tree lip gloss, my crafting stuff, and then just regular office things. So I got another one because I have a desk at work. So I'm going to take this one to work and use it. But they're expandable. So you've got some small holes, some big holes, but they expand to whatever you need. And then I paid $6.47. This color is now $6.29, but they also have purple, green, red, yellow, and fuchsia and gray. All right. This is for my son. He picked this out. I can't take it out, but it's one of those buildable action figures. So it's one of those kits. You know, they make metal kits and wood kits. Well, this is a plastic kit, I guess. And he has to take out the trash for 3 more weeks before he's earned this. And it, let me see if I can get a picture of it. It is, where is it? Okay. Oh, and it's, oh no, it was discontinued. Okay, well, I'll find, let me find a similar one just so I can, this one's kind of the same. They're movable joints and you put them together. And his was, I think this is the same one as he got because it's kind of sparkly clear. So that will be fun. So they have a ton of those kind of toys if you've got kids that are old enough to not just want to swallow all the pieces. And we paid $5.48 for that. Next, okay, this one I will just say right up front, I'm doing a refund on this because this was incorrectly advertised on the site. This was another purchase that my daughter made, but this is a case for a phone cord. So okay, it's got like a halo or a ring around the heart, so it's not just a scratch. But so it's got this to put your plug in, and then it's got these to go on the ends of the cords to help protect them. Now, I'll read this and you tell me what you think. It says 3-piece, which I did only get 3, there was only 3 pieces in here. Love themed 20-watt charger and protective case set. That's how it's worded. It did not come with a charger. And there is a charger in the picture. Now I realize that that may be so you can see what it looks like, but the description says charger and. So it was 69 cents, so it's not that big of a deal, but she wouldn't have ordered it because the likelihood of us finding a plug that matches this is not great. So we will be applying for a refund for that. Actually, I'm sure they have chargers that would match this on Temu, but that's not the point. All right, next, oh, this one is mine. I like to make sure that I'm fully stocked on my replacement. See, it does do this sometimes, which is not great. On my replacement wedding band. Now, I have a real wedding ring, so it's shameful, right, that with real diamonds, it's shameful that I'm always choosing to wear a Temu one, but I love it. And this one is great because it's got the, I can't remember, somebody told me what this was called, where it was connected, but it's got that on there. So then, and I got the solitaire in a different order because this one was out of stock at the moment, but it just, the ring slides in. So you can put any solitaire in there that you wanted to. Even a real one, right? And I have a moissanite one, and truth be told, I don't like the moissanite one as much as I like this. I don't even know what this is. I don't know if it's a CZ or if it's just glass, but anyway, I wear it till it totally tarnishes and then I swap it out for another one, which I know you're thinking that's dumb, just wear the real thing, but I don't know, it's like super sparkly. I love it, and I'm not gonna lie, I like the 2-carat stone and or glass or whatever, because my real one is not a 2-carat. So yeah, and for those of you that ask, I'm on my second owl finally. The other one finally got completely, the whole band completely tarnished, which didn't really bother me because the metal underneath it is also pink, but it wasn't shiny anymore on the sides. So yeah, on my second owl. And which is silly because I've bought a lot of rings from Temu and I just always wear this one. So I guess you can say it's one of my favorite things. So, oh, and it does say, where did I put that? So this, the outside band, it does say it's cubic zirconium, or zircon, cubic zircon, luxury ring for $290. And I got it in a size 8. and they have sizes 6 through 11. All right, then we have I think it's a necklace for my daughter. Faux pearl, delicate. Oh, this reminds me of, were they called friendship bead necklaces when we were kids in the 80s? So it's just a cute little necklace. It is definitely a choker, but it does have an extender on here, so you can make it less choky. But yeah, it feels like those beads that we would get and then we would twist them together and then wear it, like we had like a clip and then we would clip it together. So it reminds me of those. I also was thinking about friendship pins. Were we just super friendly back then? But where you would take the little beads and you'd put them on safety pins, and then you would clip it onto your top shoelace on your tennis shoes, and then you'd give, you know, if you like made, I mean, there was those super tiny beads, right, that literally the only thing they would fit on were safety pins. But then you make up a bunch of them and you'd give some to your friends. I loved those, and sometimes I wish stuff like that would come back into style, just because, I mean, it may not have been the prettiest thing, but it, you know, it's the sentiment. I guess I'm longing for a world that's, not that there weren't problems back then, but I don't know, it seems, oh, and this is do it yourself. I don't know, some things were just seemed more peaceful. Probably only because I was a kid and didn't know what was going on in the world. The innocence of youth. Okay, so this is apparently a necklace and earring set. So these are the earrings, and this kind of I don't know what this is called, but I have never tried wearing ones like this, so I don't know how easy that is. But anyway, one side of the cross is jeweled, and the other side is just metal. And then it comes with a matching necklace, if I can get it untangled. Which is nice and sparkly, and it's a really pretty cross design. It's not just your basic cross. With a nice chain. It's got an extender on it as well. So I approve of that one. I won't make my pukey sounds for this one. But this, let me get it back in the bag. Trying to be good and make sure everything that's hers goes back in its packaging so that I don't lose any of it. That one. Oh, did I tell you that choker, that beaded choker was we paid 79 cents, it's now 98 cents. And the heart set, we paid 88 cents and it's now $1.18. Okay, these are the nails that I got for me. Now, I got some of these on a previous haul, but I got size medium, and, well, these were the most beautiful nails I had ever seen. And when Hey Everybody was wearing them at Christmas time, I just thought they were beautiful. I mean, so I know I like made gross out sounds for the pearls that were on those other ones, but I don't know, these are beautiful. And these are the handmade ones, luxury, but you only get 10. So they sell them in small, medium, and large, and I don't understand how one person could get lucky enough to only need one set of these, because the medium ones didn't have one small enough for my pinky or big enough for my thumb. So this one's the small one, and I think that those pinkies will work for my pinkies. And then I also got the large because I just didn't know. And oh, and they do come with your standard stuff. But then here's the large. So if I hold these up together, you can see the size difference, right? So my hope is that out of all of these nails, I'll have enough for a whole set that actually fit my nails, and then maybe a few extras. But that being said, I had to buy 3 sets to get a whole set. Or, you know, and I have that problem with regular, the other do-it-yourself kind of nails too. Even though they come with 24 pieces, I've got several nails that are apparently the same size. So that's annoying. So yeah, so because I had to buy 3 of those, it's not cheap. Now maybe it's, I don't know, I don't even think that's cheap compared to Target prices. Because yeah, they were $5.49 a piece. But yeah, I don't understand the concept of somebody being lucky enough that all of these fit in the right places. But, and I also wonder, do you think because they're handmade that they're always different, or do you think that the smalls amongst all the handmade ones are basically about the same size, so that if I figured out which, you know, made a map, because I'm dorky like that, made a map of, okay, I need the second one from the large, I need the middle 2 from the medium, I definitely need the pinky from the small. Like if I made a map like that for my fingers, would that always work? I don't know. So I probably will never, well, not buy any more anytime soon. All right, next is another one of my dresses. I always get compliments when I wear these. So I, of course, meant I should get another one. And I wanted something springy. But these are the kind of boho, whoa. The boho peasant kind of dresses that have a seam here, and then it flares out, and then it's got kind of a bust cut or whatever that's called up here, and then it's kind of, you know, flowy, and these come down to about my knees. And so I really liked this one. I thought this would be nice and bright and pretty. So I think I've got 4 of these now. That shirt that several of you said was pretty that I was wearing when I had the gray, was doing the gray hair ponytail, that was one of those dresses. Okay, so plus size boho dress. I got a 1X for $6.99. It's now $12.59, so I got a spin the wheel deal on that. I try to save my spin the wheel deals for some of the more expensive things that I'm trying to get, to make it seem worth it. Here's the other one of those that'll go in the giveaway box. And I've only got 2 videos posted so far for my other channel, but the link for that channel is down below, and I am doing a giveaway over there. It's different than the giveaway that I did here, but I do have more regular giveaways coming. They just haven't arrived yet. All right, next I got a letter board. Yes, I already have letter boards, but I ordered this at the same time I got the letter boards from Five Below, because I wasn't sure if Five Below was going to have it. But this one actually looks better, maybe. So this one is black, but it's, you see that how it dips in there? I think that all these letters are going to be much easier to put in this. So just as a comparison, if I can get it uncovered and not spill a bunch of stuff. Since my whole world is just always right within reach. So here's the one. So I use a letter board for my other channel because I'm not very creative, and this eliminates some creativity. But see, this one is kind of like velvet suede, and these letters were super hard to put in. So I'm really hoping that this, because this looks more plastic, it's definitely not like this. So I'm hoping that means these will be easier to put in. But pretty much the same size. And obviously this one's black. This one is probably my favorite because I like the color, and the white really pops, but I think the white will definitely pop on this one too. So. And the prices were pretty comparable. So Five Below, which is no longer Five Below for most things, I think that was $5.55 from there, and from the one from Temu was $5.89, and it's now $5.73, and it didn't have a choice of colors, which was nice about, because Five Below had that pink one, a light green one, which the white letters don't show up very well on it, and then a light purple. All right, I think this might be the last item. All right, so I'm always looking for storage. So this one comes with a lot of, hopefully just cardboard gunk. Ugh. But anyway, so it's a little case, and you open it up, and it does not appear to be broken anywhere, which is amazing. And then it's full of these little squares, so you get 24 squares in here, and I am hoping to put beads in these, but kind of in the style that Seven Plaza does, where she just kind of organizes by color. She doesn't keep she doesn't have a container for each specific kind of bead she has. She just does it mostly by color. So I thought this might be a good way to do that, to store beads once I get some beads, because I lost most of my beads in the flood that we had here a couple years ago. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna like this, and then I can just have it on my desk whenever I'm gonna do something with beads. And it'll probably still be on my desk when I finally do something with beads a year from now. All right, so this, oh, okay, so I cannot add correctly. There was 32 cases in there. I was thinking it was only 3 deep, but it was 4 deep. And I paid $10.48, and it's still $10.48. And it also comes in a light blue and a light pink, both of which are clear. So yeah, so that, let me make sure we got everything. We didn't get everything. Where did that thing go? Okay, so I also got some of these bags, and it's in a bag just like the bags that are inside, right? Where you peel off the sticky part on the top and then you fold it over and it seals. And I got that. This is kind of an odd shape. So this is 10 by 20 centimeters. And so I've got some on order that's 15 by 20, so it's a little bit wider. But I got this to put ephemera that I'm creating that I may sell or just to store, but that I would be able to see through it. Probably kind of my vintage advertisements that I'm going to be having, just to keep them kind of safe, but yet, I don't know, it's not, these are way cheaper than those mesh bags. So there's 100 self-sealing bags in there. I paid $1.97 and they are now $1.48. Now, come on. Who's going to use these for food? But I guess you could, but who's going to use them for food? That seems silly. No offense, Temu. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Oh, there was another item in this order. It was a personalized necklace for my daughter, which I'm not showing on here because that would reveal her name, but it was done really, really well. And I don't know, I may have to pull that one out when I share the order. I don't know, I'm like super protective of that. I don't know. I know some people have horror stories, so I guess that's made me be a little cautious. I've not ever had any issues like that, but you can't be too careful. Okay, well that was everything in this order. So thank you so much for spending some time with me, and thanks again to Miss Kathleen for my happy mail. Be sure to check out Starlight's channel. All that stuff will be linked below. This is Tuesday night. It's now almost 9 o'clock. I need to go up and eat my dinner. So this won't, hopefully this will air Wednesday, but no promises, but hopefully. But otherwise, please, 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 if you enjoyed this, or even if you didn't, give me a thumb up or down. And I need YouTube to notice me again, so that my advertising dollars start adding back up, because they're just like flatlined. It's dead, totally dead right now. So I had some decent months when I first started, but I think now they're like, oh, this girl can't. I mean, you unfortunately are still having ads on there, but I don't know what the magic is. I don't have the magic, but maybe the magic ebbs and flows over time. But anyway, all that to say, please do a thumb either way. I love reading your kind comments, and I'm looking for more subscribers. I will learn now. I posted that thing on my channel that I got to 1,700, and then some people left, so that I was under there and I think I finally crossed back over a few, and then some more left. So it's like, I gotta stop with that, right? Stop bragging when I get to a new level, because then, you know, it doesn't stay. I need to wait till I'm like if I ever get to 1,800, then I can say, oh, I finally got to 1,700, and then I can afford for 100 people to leave and still, you know, not have egg all over my face. But for those of you that are here, thank you so much for watching. And you know, if you like crafting, head over to my other channel. There will be content coming this week for that channel as well. We'll be getting started on our journal that we're going to make together. But otherwise, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great time. If you're not and you're struggling, please find someone to reach out to. Don't struggle alone. But until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.